Hi, I'm Diane Para, and I'm running for the new position of judge in our first sub-circuit here in Will County. Tuesday, November 4th is the most important job interview of my life. In fact, with early voting, the process has already begun. Since your tax dollars pay judges' salaries, I think that there's some things you should know about me. One, probably the most important question that I've received over these months on the campaign trail is, why am I qualified to be a judge? I've been practicing as an attorney for over 25 years, most of which has been in public service. I have been a chair qualified arbitrator where we are on a panel and get to decide the amount of damages and awards and the liability in cases. I've also been a prosecutor for many years with the Illinois Department of Financial and Professional Regulation. Our agency licenses everybody from doctors to barbers. One of the most important things I do in my job is worry about protecting the public trust and strive to do that every day, not just here, but in all the 102 counties in our state. Prosecution isn't the only end that's achieved in what I do, though. I get great satisfaction in keeping the public safe, but I also get satisfaction when, if somebody's proved that they've deserved a second chance, we get the opportunity to provide them with some rehabilitation and some opportunity for a future. When they succeed, is a great joy to me. I've also worked as an assistant general counsel for the department with regard to making policies and working with rules and helping to make our laws more user-friendly for the average individual and for the professionals that apply them. I've helped recover your tax dollars when I worked for the Illinois Department of Public Aid many years ago. It's just a history of service that expands a long time, and I guess it's a calling. My parents both were very involved in the community and in public service, which is why my husband and I have tried to continue that tradition. We've lived here in South Naperville for over 17 years now, been very active in our church and our homeowners association. We've been involved with our township youth committee as well as sponsoring a lot of events in the summer called float nights for our local children. We weren't blessed to be able to have children, but are involved with our families and the children in the community. In some respects, they're all our children. I even look back on some of the young law students whom I've mentored over the years and who I've known, and I consider them to be all a part of my extended family. Another question I get, who are my heroes? My heroes, although they've been gone for a long time, are my parents. My parents believed that having a child with a handicap, the best thing they could do for me was provide me with an education, and they did. I'm a proud graduate of Morton East High School in Cicero. I attended Morton College. I'm a believer in the community college system. I attended Rosary College, which is now known as Dominican University. I graduated with a degree in business administration, summa cum laude. I attended the John Marshall Law School in Chicago, graduated with distinction, was a member of the Order of the Gold Key, was voted best oralist in the Fred Herzog competition. Moot court is kind of like pretend court, only you deal with bench problems and work in different competitions within law school. It was something I really enjoyed. I like to talk a lot, so it was something that was a great pleasure for me to participate in. Experience and integrity and knowledge are all fundamentals of being a good judge. But I think what's important to know is that the face of a judge is sometimes the first encounter people will have with a public official. It's an experience you might have with a family situation, with a property situation, even with a criminal situation. Judges deal with a whole spectrum of elements that affect life. I think that my best ability is my ability to listen. It's helped me to be able to weigh evidence, come to a conclusion, and resolve cases. In our public service work, we have a high volume of cases. There's a lot of case management to be done. We don't have a lot of resources always, as many of you don't in your jobs, to get the work done. So case management in a high volume, fast-paced environment is something I'm used to. This is what I've always wanted to do. It's not a step towards a particular agenda. It's not a partisan agenda. Judges don't work on those types of criteria. The best I can offer you is my honesty, my integrity, and a platform for the fair, even-handed, quality administration of justice. And that's what I'm going to bring to our county. I'll tell you one thing I'm not. I'm not an insider in the Will County court system. I'm not a part of the inner circle, and that's because I represent everybody in 102 counties for our state, downtown in Chicago. What I do hope, and what I've said many times over throughout the course of this campaign, is once these folks get to know me, I know that I can earn their confidence and trust in my ability to do the job. I hope I can do the same for you, and will be proud to represent you as your judge for this first sub-circuit. My values are centrist, and they're what they've always been. I'm your neighbor, I'm your public servant, and hopefully I can represent my dreams come November 4th. It is the most important job interview of my life. Thanks so much for your attention and consideration. If you have any questions about me, please feel free to email me at peopleforpara, that's people, F-O-R, my last name, Para, at Comcast.net. Thanks for your attention.